from the
same place as trap music. This that first react music. They can't hold me back. I'm feeling good cause I'm black music. Can't nobody touch this. My flow, I can't rush this. Put them on silence when I'm talking. You should hush, bitch. I am from the heavy base. My bro called a heavy case. Got a couple.
Good evening and welcome everyone back to another episode of Cigar Sundays Live, where we define, examine, and analyze words, phrases, and sayings used in American culture. And tonight, we will be smoking on the word collaborate. So grab your thinking caps and get ready to smoke on words with two big nerds, with myself, Chef Earl Pearl, at DBCHEFTV, and the God, Ali, Dawood L, and BK So Fun. And we are the Cigarden Panel. Peace, God. How you feeling on this lovely, beautiful Sunday?
Peace, God. Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yo, it's gonna like I always got like some farming stuff, right? But it's like I got some new rabbits, like I got like a new little trio, and my
Yes.
man is jumping my girls already.
All right, early. Hence the term smashing like bunnies.
Hell yes, I'm excited about that, and all the things that come with that. So it's forward progress, it's upward mobility, and it's just more things to come, man. We lost some, had some learning lessons, but the show keeps going, and as we learn, right, like we just live better because my man is doing his thing. So you know what I'm saying?
I know that's right. I know that's right. Man, so definitely always blessed to see another day, as
Word up.
always. Thankful, excited for what's to come. Always encouraged by when I hear my brothers doing well and elevating, and I'm inspired, so that's what we like to hear, people doing wonderful things, especially people that we collaborate with, people that we close to, we love to hear that. We feed off that energy. It's not a competitive thing. It's a,
Not at all.
it's a
It's the
way
other C.
to be inspired, you know. Yes, indeed. It's a collaborative thing.
Hell yeah.
So definitely tonight, y'all, we are smoking on the word collaborate. Y'all make sure to like and share this video. Also subscribe to the channel. Tell somebody about Cigar Sundays. Somebody that y'all know that use words wrong. That we over here, that it's two nerds that be using words wrong too, and they just be trying to figure it out. So they take their time every Sunday evening and they try to figure out these words, and try to apply it.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's two everyday regular people, man, that's going through the same thing that they going through. Tell a friend, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. It helps get this content out to other people like yourself who check in with us, and we really appreciate it. So what we do here is we have our word that we smoking on, and we have 3 questions that we shape around our word. So we're going to go ahead and bring those questions up for this evening. Tonight we are smoking on the word collaborate. And we have our first question. What do you think of when you hear the word collaborate? That is our house question. We always ask, what do you think of when you hear any word that we smoking on first? What that allows us to do real quick is that allows us to get any meanings, any things that we aren't sure of, apply to how the word was defined. And then we go and define the word. We go and see how the word is supposed to be applied, what the true definition of it is, not a meaning that we took our own personal feelings and applied to it as a meaning. So let us know in the comment section what you think of when you hear the word collaborate. Second question this evening: what challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, be being bad or good, good or bad? Often there are a lot of things, obstacles, learning lessons, valuable things, productive things, some things good or bad, negative, when you're trying to collaborate. So let us know what you think in the comment section when we get to that. Feel free to comment in the chat, in the live chat. We're going to drop the link later on too if anybody want to pull up. So be looking for that. And our third and final question this evening: what actions can effectively impact the long-term benefits of a commitment to collaborate? What actions can effectively impact the long-term benefits of a commitment to collaborate? So we're going to get into that. That's going to be our third and final question off the board, but you got to stick around to the end to find out if collaborate is bad, good, or misunderstood. So before we answer our first question, we're going to go right into this quick commercial break, and we'll be right back to answer what do you think of when you hear the word collaborate with the God Ali Dawood El at BK Soul Farm.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together: food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
Fans in the Stands is gaining momentum thanks to our viewers. Our crew bring the facts with humor, keeping our viewers entertained and laughing. Join us each and every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Fans in the Stands on YouTube.
At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak Podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast, The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube.
Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.
Yep, so welcome back, everybody, to Cigar Sundays Live. Make sure to smash that like button. We really appreciate it. We are going to go ahead and get into our first question. What do you think of when you hear the word collaborate? The God Ali Dawood El at BK Soul Farm. Let's get into it.
Peace. So
Peace, God.
so for me, like this is like super easy, right? The very first thing that I think of when I hear collaborate, I think of support your interests and live. That's what I think about, right? I think about teamwork make the dream work. I think about what's the mission, right? What is the goal? Where are we trying to go? Um, are we trying to go there together? And if so, how do we do that? Right? And the how do we do that part is the collaboration, right? Like that's the work. Like that's the magic. Like that's where you gotta you might have to knuckle up, you know what I'm saying, to get through a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Just a conversation, right?
Like, sir, everybody dynamics is different. Um, that's what I think about. I think about working together. I think about and it's gonna sound crazy, right? Um, I'm gonna say collaboration isn't even always meant for the good or meant for good. Like the word itself in my mind, like even just supporting your interests, like if you are a negative, low vibrational person and you support that interest, like I don't know. I don't know if you're doing something wrong for your life. Like you might not want to live long. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, people collaborate on a lot of unproductive bullshit all the time, man.
fuck the bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. And it's collaboration, right? So I don't want to make it seem like it's because people think teamworking is always, bank robbers form teams, you know what I'm saying? Mobs are teams. People collaborate, gangs and whatnot are collaborating together um, to support their interests,
Hmm.
right? And I think that's what's important, and that's the overall, for me anyway. Like when I hear collaborate, like that's all I'm thinking about is what are we trying to do?
What are we
How do we
trying to
do
do?
it? That's what I
Yeah,
got.
God. Yeah, I'm right there with you. You said, what's the mission? Working together. Those was key things that I think of when I hear the word collaborate. What's the goal? Um, what do they offer? What skill sets do you have? Um, what is the purpose of my intent? What's my intentions to collaborate? That's always something that I think of when I'd like to try to reach out to people to collaborate for things. I always have a purpose of intent. Is it just for me to gain, um, or is it for mutual gain so we both can win? And it's always whenever I think of it, it's always like that's the base, the foundation of it is what's the mission, what's the goal, and how do we work together? Because ultimately, to me, that's what collaboration is working with someone, something, a group. I don't know if that's the definition. We're gonna find out tonight, but in an effort to accomplish something, to reach a goal, to attain a goal, and it is, and those are the things that I think of. What's the goal? What's the mission? Working together. What's your intent? Can we gain? Can I benefit you? Can you benefit me? Um, Even down to, how can I use you? How can you use me? How can we use each other and it not be negative? It's meaningful. It's because it seems like that's the only way you can collaborate. Like when you I think about it, like put it in context of like a basketball team or a football team or a baseball team, a team sport. Like everybody isn't MJ, you know, but everybody also isn't Dennis Rodman,
Correct.
you know. Everybody isn't Shaq, everybody isn't Kobe. You need the Robert Horry, the Big Shot Bobs. You need these guys. You need these defensive players. You need the Ron Artest to, shake up the offense and rattle the best players and things. Or Meta World Peace, you know. I'll put some respect on his name, you know, on the God name. But definitely, like it's all a collaborative effort. Um, and that's not them. I'm just using sports, but I mean, I'm sure scientists in a lab, um,
Yeah.
astrophysicists together, those different scientists in that, doctors in their capacity, um, military members trying to get a mission complete. It's collaborative effort. You hear law enforcement always say when they take down a big bus, they say it was a collaborative joint effort with other agencies. You hear, you go work at the construction, everybody had to do their part. The sheetrock had to do sheetrock, concrete had to do the concrete. The nail guys had to come in, and the metal guys, the welders had to come in and do, because so in order to get something built, it always has to be a collaborative effort, unless it's a solo project, and all parts of the puzzle have to seemingly fit in order to get there. So
Yeah.
that's what I think of when I hear the word collaborate.
The one thing I like that you said the most, you ain't say this specifically, but this how I heard it. Uh, are you do I just need a body, or is this mutual gain, right? Like, what do you need from this person, right? How do we benefit each other? And because that's important, like you said, because what you said was when you call somebody to collaborate, it's important to understand that person's capabilities and limitations, right? If they bad with money, you probably don't want them involved with anything with money.
Not at least not the final say so hand in
That's what I'm
it. You
saying.
know,
Like,
not in the evolution. You know, they might be able to. They might be able to collect it. You know, but that's the. But they can't count. They can't. You know, but
you
they can
know.
collect. You know, they pretty. They might be good in. You know,
Yeah, but that's
in
again,
collecting.
that's you have to understand that person and know what they can and cannot do, because otherwise they might break. You'll fall short of the goal, right?
Right.
Um, yeah, nah, nah, we're on the same page.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to type something up in the chat right here. We got shout out to Gerd Murray in the building. Gerd
Peace.
Moray in the building. Peace God. The negotiation of ego. You know, that's what you think of when you hear the word collaborate? A negotiation of ego.
The ego is what you need, though, right? Isn't that the ego is all about? Is how to keep you alive or how to satisfy your desires or your necessities? When I think ego,
I don't know. We gonna have to do
at least
ego.
at least when I think ego, that's
You
what I
know,
think. I think ego is
because I
I,
have a problem with ego.
a
I have a
problem.
yeah, I have a problem with it. You know, I have a problem with and I'm not sure if
Yeah, we gotta
it's
do ego.
yeah if it's negative or positive. I don't. I've never looked the word up. I've never had a reason to look the word up to define it. I've always gone with what the meaning of it is societally. You know,
Yeah, and I think people be using it wrong, right? Because I think you can't do without your ego, right? Like it's literally like that thing that's on the inside making your heart beat, making your lungs go, right? That thing that want to breathe, that want to live, right? That fight or flight. I, I don't know. That's what I think. I think the ego is definitely a necessity.
yeah. I'm
But
biased though.
we gotta do that though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm on the other side of that spectrum because I think ego is what has people not being able to collaborate. You know, that's one of the things that I think prevents people from collaborating. Like uh like thinking that they bigger than the goal, thinking that they bigger than the program, you know,
So I think I agree with that to an extent.
or bigger than the mission.
I think that their ego is being manipulated to think that. That's what I think.
Hold
I
up,
think I
hold up,
think
guy, bust that
I
down.
agree.
We got time for
Yeah,
that. We
yeah,
scrolling. We got time for that.
I agree with what you're saying, right? Like their ego is stopping us from collaborating, right? But I think that that is intentional on purpose. That's what social media does. That's what brainwashing and mind control does. That's what mass media does. That's what the radio music media does. That's what the movie TV media does. It puts images and thoughts and scenarios and response triggers in our brains and in our psyche, and it repeats over and over and over again. It's the same shows, the same music, the same storylines over and over and over again. And through repetition, symbols, and trauma, your ego learns, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, and it adapts. So if it's learning in this corrupt system of manipulation, because if we live in a world of the keep the rich rich and the poor poor, you can only do that through manipulation, right? Like the poor got to somehow, the rich got to figure out a way to somehow make the poor want to stay poor, or can't see a way to get rich.
No, I think my rich friends want my poor friends to do well, so my rich friends can stay rich.
Your friends, maybe.
Now I heard somebody say that, and I thought it was cool. I was like, but that's the same shit I said. You called it though. I was like, yeah, your friends. but
All right.
I can't call the what's his brother's name? John Bryant Hope or something like that. James Bryant Hope, John JBH. Um, but he said that though, and I was just like, okay, well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. But then like you just said though, like that's your friends.
And that's cool for you.
But for the most of the but okay, but then we have to be honest and determine which side of the spectrum we looking at. Because if we looking at the spectrum like like cut the check and we don't give a fuck if they throw their shit away and they be back in the and they be back in the same situation because we not gonna throw our check away, then that applies to us. Person with that mindset. Cause
Yeah.
then that's your
No, like
friends, right? Cause then that's your friends. So it don't matter if the poor if the system is keep
what
the
they
poor poor or keep
what
the
they
rich
call that
rich.
peer pressure.
Is it peer pressure?
No, but I'm saying like that's like a form of peer pressure is like that's touching on your ego, right? That's manipulating your ego and manipulating your choices and leaning
God, I
in.
don't hate God. No, God, I don't. Peer
Cause
pressure
cause
is
cause
negative.
you cause you I mean
I
it's
don't
peer.
have no peer.
So
I
so
only got like two
ooh,
peers.
we gotta do that word too. We gotta do peer
I only
pressure.
got like two peers that's pressuring me to get rich. You know what I'm saying? To get as much money as you can. Like I do. The majority of my peers is not talking about,
That's
yeah, man. Like, man, you need to make that money. You need to get it. You need to stack up. You need to do this. You need to and well wisely invest and be a good steward of your finances. You need, man, you need
yeah
to learn this financial.
yeah
No, no, no. It's a
yeah.
bunch of looking ass.
But
Oh, you got this. Oh, you got that. Oh, how you know this and you won't got this. So you got, all worried about what you do or you don't have, but
yeah,
ain't even focusing on trying to get themselves to a better position.
and I
You
think
know?
and see I'm one of those. See, and it's you say which side you looking on,
Yeah, which
right?
side of the lens? Yeah,
Which side of the lens, and
yeah.
I'm choosing to look from above and not choose a side at all, right? And look at it in totality because you say like the even with the check per se, right? Like I'm knowing that if you give Negroes, let's say $3 million, let's just say, right? That money is getting spent up uh, super fast, super quick, and Negroes will be complaining and begging and talking about it ain't fair again, right? I know that. I also know,
Not the Negro.
yeah, but I,
Be like,
I don't know you.
like,
I don't know you
shut
to be a Negro god.
nah, nah. But I'm just saying I wear this skin, so
No, but that,
I'm gonna be
but
put in the
again,
box regardless, right?
nope. Fuck that box, right? Because I'm saying your eyes is your problem, right? Because who I am is who I am, and that's me, and fuck that box,
I
right?
gotta get in the box to get the check.
No,
You
no,
gotta get in the box to get the check.
no, you a checker box to get the check.
And I'm saying that you still inside of it. You still inside of it,
All right.
because it's either you don't check in it, or
I don't know.
you know what I'm
See,
saying,
so
or you do check in it. It's either one.
I don't know if it's that simple, because you can have layered boxes and this box touch that box, because there's always options and there's always things, right? It's what they say, two things can be right at the same time, and you don't have to agree with them, but they can both be right, right? And which boxes are those? Are those boxes next to each other, parallel? Like those boxes don't never touch? And
those
I'm
are
saying,
those are those are very seldom to boxes.
I don't know.
They very seldomly appear. They
All right.
very seldomly appear. That's like that. So that's like what you were saying was good. What you were
Mhm.
saying was good, but you didn't have to yell to get your point across. Is that the same kind of boxes?
That's some bullshit.
ah, but maybe the person who had a point, you didn't have to be yelling it, but you was valid, but you didn't have to yell
That's to me, what I heard
it.
is a person that I don't need to talk to no more. Right? Like that's where I'm
Yeah,
at with it, right? Like me personally, I'm in a different place, right? I support my interests and live. I don't want to
yeah,
cast pearls before swine at all. Right?
ever.
I don't want to beg nobody to be my friend. I don't want to beg nobody to love me. I don't want to beg nobody to care for me. Right? Like I don't want to beg nobody for me to love them and care for them.
I know
Right?
that's right.
And wish nothing but the best for them. Like I don't want to beg nobody for that. Like I'm not that guy. Like I'm not about to fight you to save your life. Not me.
No, nah,
Right? So I'm only dealing with people that want to work and want to win.
yeah, God,
Right?
that's where the
Right?
ball stops.
Right? Because I'm breaking out of that manipulation, right? Because so if the ego don't get manipulated, then what does get manipulated? Like how does manipulation work? Like does TV and the media and all that stuff manipulate us to make us deaf, dumb, and blind, or is that just a choice that we just make random?
Well, I know we have influences. I know we all get influence from certain things. I mean, hell, I'm just more conscious of it nowadays, picking and choosing the things that I allow to influence me. That's the
Facts.
difference. But I'm still influenced by these things because I'm constantly learning, and now being at a place where it's like, okay, I pick and choose specifically what I value, what I want to learn. Like we was talking about, like I'm not reading a book if I can't apply it, you know,
Facts.
and that's not because I wouldn't say that don't enjoy reading, or I don't think that that it would possibly facilitate me being able to articulate better. That's possible. I don't know. I might just be able to read better. I may not be able to speak better. I think that the practicing of speaking is what allows you to be better at it, not just reading. Um, but entertainment wise, I would like a movie or something recreational that I prefer, or something other than something made by Hollywood or whatever, what I mean? It's other forms of entertainment that I would like, that I enjoy as well. Right. So I just think that is different in the aspect of now that we picking and choosing, and what you're putting in, you know, that the ego shouldn't be so uh persuaded. The ego should be more in check, because it's not like I'm looking at this thing like, yeah, I'm here, like now I got this, like this thing's is make like this thing is making me, and it's not the thing that's making me, it's me choosing to indulge, it's me choosing to give it my energy and then see how I can apply it, how it can be beneficial to me. And that's what I'm saying, like I just don't, to me, ego is still one of them things that's like with the whole mancho, with the whole, like, yes, I get what you're saying. It could be, they get influenced. We get influenced by everything. Everything human is taught behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, okay, I think people get stuck in a certain thing, and that's their ego. Like, I don't really want to get too into it because I wanted to save some of this stuff for when we get into the show. But I'm thinking that, like, okay, since we talking about collaborate, right? Like you can help somebody, like, oh, this is perfect. That thing where you said, and this is to help us get there so we can go into the definition.
Mm-hmm.
That thing where you said, like, a person would say, well, you helped me get here, but you ain't helped me get here.
Yeah.
Like, that's, to me, is ego. That to me is not, like, it's truth to it, because because you may have did help a person get to that level, and then they accelerated. They took what you gave them, and they built upon that. So, like, that's not negative. That's fair. But to
You say
devalue,
you say that's ego, and I would say that's insecurity. Right?
Okay.
I'm saying the ego's there either way. I'm saying the ego's there on both sides. Either way, even if the ego is there, even if you say, man, you helped me get here, and from here I was able to get here, I'm saying that's also ego. The elation you feel, like the joy, like it's that the ego don't go away. I'm saying, but the feeling of, I'm saying this negative thing, like, why am I saying this negative thing to you? I must still feel insecure. I must still feel like I'm looking up to you somehow. Right. So I gotta let you know that you got me here, and now I'm up here and I'm looking down on you now. Because why else would you say that if you way up here? Like, if you up here, you right? You elevated.
Yeah, I think a person will have to will have to get way up, though, in order to, because if they not way up, then they just on some ego shit. Like, that's how I look
No,
at it.
I think it's
You
just
know?
awesome. I think that's just it. And it might not be insecurity, but I think I'm feeling like it's insecurity. Is what that emotion that they're expressing is, right? Because I'm saying we got to do ego. Because I'm saying it's all ego. I'm saying the whole ego is not bad nor good. It's yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, that the idea of thinking that you above, okay, thinking that you all of that you done made somewhere. Like, that's what I'm saying. The saying of, oh, you helped
Hmm.
me get here,
Hmm.
but now I'm up here. Look at
Hmm.
me. Like,
Yeah. I
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
That
It's
person
like,
is insecure. That's
it's like, if I didn't want to see you go
I would have
higher,
helped you.
I wouldn't even have helped you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did.
I'm
I
here.
wasn't.
I'm
I
down here
wasn't
like
in.
this.
Right. Like, I wasn't in competition. And if that's the case, it's like, I don't fall.
Don't fall at all.
Don't fall. You
Correct.
know, because if it's me you want to shit on, like, man, first of all,
Yeah.
like, it's gonna take a lot of shit for you to shit on me, you know. But that's a waste of your time. like that's a waste of your time. So that's what I'm thinking is ego, you know. Like me saying that's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit for you to want to shit on me. Like, that's my ego saying that, you know. Like why would you waste your shit on me? Like I said, if you a hater, why would you spend, I appreciate haters, because all the time that you investing in hating on me is time that you not investing in yourself. And it's motivation for me to keep on being better and better and better, because I got fans. Now I know I got fans, you know. And to be a person that isn't famous with fans
He
feels
said he
good.
got
It
fans.
strokes my ego.
You got fans, guy?
I got fans, guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got haters as fans. That's what they is. They fans. You know, it might have been somebody you love, somebody you cared about, somebody you helped. Now they hating on you. They a fan. You know, they hate you because they ain't you. That's what that saying is. But that could be ego, right?
And I'm saying is insecurity. That hate is insecurity.
That hate is insecurity.
The hate is insecurity, right?
Garrett says, take an uneducated black man without knowledge of yourself, and now you look at all of these interracial
Commercials.
commercials. Now what? Take an uneducated black man without knowledge of yourself, and now you look at all of these interracial commercials. What is that? I'm lost. I
No,
mean, I know I see a bunch of uneducated brothers out here that don't have knowledge of self. We aware of that. I'm in America too. But then it says, and now look at the interracial commercials. What about the interracial commercial? I mean, let us know, family. We rocking with you in the chat. G Murray. What about the interracial commercials? Oh, the influence. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we all about the black family nucleus, man. But people who gonna be with who they wanna be with.
so that's the thing, right? Like if you are influenced by the TV, is that who you want to be with? If the TV influences you, does that influence become your new want, or does your want got to be organic from your own desires?
I think it starts from the TV because all of that stuff starts. Well, I'm gonna say this. I think it starts from what you see at home first.
Hmm.
Then it gets influenced by what you're introduced to socially, whether that's television, um, your educational environment, your social setting, your friend setting, your peer base,
Yeah.
you know. And then once you go through some things and you begin to, find out yourself, like G said, have some knowledge of yourself. I think then you figure out what it is you truly desire, and then you manifest that, and that takes time. So unless you're in an environment, unless your social environment, um, specifically since that is just racial um implication, unless you just in a black community, like then that's probably what you're gonna
Black
get because
community.
like a black neighborhood, a black area, you know, we
Heavily populated black area.
a heavily populated black area. We're not even gonna use the U word no more. It's disrespect, you know. Then that's what you're gonna collaborate with, because that's gonna be your when you go to school. That's who you're gonna see. You're gonna see, people that look like you. So that's who you're gonna first like. That's who you gonna, first date and things like that. That's who you're gonna socially interact with, and I think that's just normal. These TV shows or commercials will have a young person thinking that no one has ever hung from. Oh, we're gonna get to that. Don't even worry about that. We're gonna get to that, bro. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, yeah. That's all. It's all peace and love, right?
We're
Yeah.
gonna get to that. Everyone is so happy, go lucky, surface wise. Well, man, you gotta smile with all this shit going on in the world, man. Trust me. Trust me, man. We all got everybody always got shit that they going through, man. But I feel you, God. Like you with the Tupac Scarface song, smile for me. Smile for me.
Hey, man.
And that's why it's always smiles of love here at the DBCHEFTV network, because there's so many people walking around like this with the screw face. There's so many people angry and mad at their life, So what we not gonna do is we are not going to continue that
life.
energy. Yeah. We're not gonna continue that energy, man. What we want to do is we want to smile and we want to spread love and we want to be thankful, and take advantage of opportunities and create opportunities, and support our interests and live.
All day.
So let's get into this definition tonight. If y'all just joining us, go ahead and smash that like button. We really appreciate it. It helps us get this content to wonderful people like yourself. So, y'all, we are smoking on the word collaborate. And tonight's definition, collaborate, is a verb. Number one, to work jointly with others or together, especially in an intellectual endeavor. To work jointly with others or together, especially in an intellectual endeavor. So when you collaborating, you're being intellectual. You're endeavoring. Crazy. Who knew?
That's all about the mission and goal right there. Right. It
In
ain't
my
got nothing to do
buddy
with you
voice.
personally.
Who knew? To cooperate with or willingly assist an enemy of one's country and especially an occupying force. To cooperate with or willingly assist an enemy of one's country and especially an occupying force. Suspected of collaborating with the enemy. That's some UCMJ shit right there.
100%.
Okay.
You ain't gotta like it. That's why I say, man, support your interests and live.
And live, right? All right. So we got number three, to cooperate with an agency or instrumentally with one is not immediately connected. With which one is not immediately connected? Okay. To cooperate with an agency or instrumentally with which one is not immediately connected. To cooperate with an agency or instrumentally with which one is not immediately connected. I wasn't gonna let the sentence defeat me, y'all. Got a little tongue tied with the which. With
With
which. The with which. Was a bit of an itch, but we got it. We scratched it. All right. So which one of these we want to go ahead and examine first, God? Number one.
I think number one is easy. I think number two is
Okay.
tough. Right, to cooperate with or willingly assist an enemy of one's country or especially an occupying force. Even like to me, like two and three kind of could be like the same thing, to where it's like you don't have to love this person, right? Like you do have to love your goals. You do have to love where you're trying to get to, right? And the person next to you might be the person that you got to go there with to get that. And you have to decide right then and there, right? When you look to your left, when you look to your right, if these people are who you want to win with. Because when you get to the other side, these are your collaborators, right? So if they all low down, filthy Vikings and colonizers, when they get there, they on a colonization mindset,
Yeah.
right? They looking at how they can, get up and bust a lick, right?
Yeah, they might victimize you when the chips get low.
They might victimize you when the chips get low, right? Um, so I think that's important, right? Because it's kind of like what's going on now. You see all these young kids out here, or not young kids, but these young men and women snitching, I guess is the term, You know, they're
Yeah.
they're cooperating. Hey,
they they are collaborating,
hey,
cooperating. Yes,
hey,
they are. You know,
um,
I like to
like
say they having epiphanies. They having epiphanies after the fact.
yo. So I be seeing these videos where these cats be getting caught, and then they be calling cats talking about yo, so they got me. So you got to come down to the police station to turn yourself in too. And I'm like, man, shut up.
What? What? What?
You know who I'm not
Yeah.
friends with no more?
I don't even know why they picked up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
Yeah,
even know
no.
why they picked up the phone. See that'll ruin the game. That oh man, I forget the game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already ruined. But
Yeah,
that
because
type of behavior,
we cooperate with the enemy.
that'll make you not even pick up the phone for a person, like let's say two people did commit a crime and one person got caught and they like, man, you gotta come get me out. Can you at least bomb me out? Okay.
You can't even
So
come get you now.
that'll make that person not even pick up the phone because it's like how I know when you pick up the phone, you're gonna be like, man, why you leave me?
So it was him. It was him. It
We
was he
got
was him.
caught.
We got caught. Oh hell
come
nah.
out the come come, come out the back.
Like, he probably at his mama house. Just people like he
you
probably,
know.
yeah, nah, son, I ain't with that. Like, but yeah,
That's
that's
horrible.
I see a lot of that going on, right? Like, even with a lot of this young thug stuff, seems like everybody is telling on everybody, um, going out their way to be like, yo, if you ask me, I'll tell you. Um, there's a whole lot of collaborate with the enemy going on right now. And for me, I gotta wonder why. Like, what is the mission? Like, what is the intent?
They don't
And
want to do that time. They don't want to do that time, God. That's all it is. They having these epiphanies after they go commit all these crimes and commit all this fuckery, and then they get behind the
that's
wall.
what you was meaning. That's what you was meaning by that epiphanies.
Yeah, they having epiphanies. Yeah, they like, man, it ain't no girls back here. I can't go eat what I want. I can't use the bathroom. There's no privacy. I can't do this. I can't. They realizing all the simple pleasures of life, the simple things
Yeah,
of life.
you ever seen that movie Penitentiary back in the day? Old school black exploitation movie.
I
That
may have.
movie,
I don't
man,
remember movies
is a
real good.
is a horrible movie. It's, but it scared me straight, right? Because after I seen this movie, I actually went to go visit my uncle up in Attica, and to actually see them bars and see them the yard, I'm like, oh hell nah, like there's no way. I can never. This ain't my life right here, right? It was a good scared straight movie, but even in that, they was kind of low key, kind of glorifying the whole prison situation, and it was it's kind of like the whole pimp stuff, right? It's just real crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous though. But I get it. I get it. I had to spend 3 weeks in the county jail as a teenager, and during that time, I had a lot of time to self reflect. And shout out to I seen this brother on Facebook. I don't know if he's still incarcerated or not, but shout out to Quet. Everybody know who Quet is. You know me. You know my neighborhood. Well, one of my neighborhoods that I've been a part of. But shout out to Quet. But Quet said something to me, and he was one of the people too um, that helped me put my life in perspective. I got the central cell block where they book you at before they send you to the jail. And this brother said, Earl, I knew you was gonna be in here. That fucked me up, God.
I'm good on that, son.
That fucked me up, God. It really did. You know, even like I hugged him funny when he said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at first I was leaning in, like, "Oh, what's up, Quet? What's up, Quet?" You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I knew what he was in for.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't in for nothing as serious as what he was in for. I knew I was probably gonna be getting up out of there. I didn't know how long it was gonna be before I got up out of there, but you know, but when he said, "Oh yeah, Earl, I know you was gonna be in here," I'm like, "What the fuck? You
Yeah.
knew I was gonna be up in here?" I'm like, "Wow," you know, and him and a couple other people from that community, you know, which was a community. I thank him. I thank my man Big Rose because you know they said some things. They weren't scared to. I always been a brutally honest person my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I never have gotten upset at how it's being said. I just pay attention to what's being said, and then I'm trying to interpret and internalize why is this being said to
Exactly.
me. You know,
What and why?
what? Like what? You knew I was. How did you know this and I didn't know? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm never going to be up in this situation. You know?
It is like you gonna be in that cell right there.
Yeah. So you know, shout out to Quet, man. If he's at home, God bless him, man, and love and everything. If he's still behind the wall, still God bless you, man. Hold your head. You know, hope you can come home on a pill or something one of these
Bless
days.
up, Quet. Bless up.
You know, get you some days back out here. But yeah, so we got collaborate tonight, y'all. If you just joined us, hit that like button. It always helps us get content like this to beautiful people like you. We are defining the word collaborate, and we are at the thesaurus. We are in the thesaurus, and it gives us the synonyms of collaborate as into cooperate. Like
Only one.
the guy was talking about earlier.
Mm.
A lot of young people, a lot of old people too, older people, everybody is
Mm-hmm.
cooperating right now.
Mm-hmm.
In that capacity of they not trying to do the time associated with their crimes. So we have collaborate as in to cooperate. That is the only synonym that it gives us. To participate or assist in a joint effort to accomplish an end.
That's it.
To participate or assist in a joint effort to accomplish an end. So our meanings was right, guys. We was talking about earlier the mission,
Yeah.
working together, participate or assist, joint efforts, and accomplish an end, a mission. What's the goal? You know, so we have cooperate, to unite, to join, to conspire, to concert, concur, play ball, play ball. You gonna play ball?
You don't play ball.
You gonna play ball or not? You know, pull together. We gonna pull this thing together. We gonna, you know, a league, a legion, team up. We gonna combine. We gonna band together, make a common cause, conjoin. The affiliates, we affiliate. All right, connive or connive.
I think that's connive.
Connive. Okay, conjoin, interface, ally, confederate, hanging together. associate. So when I used to hear that all the time in my youth. Y'all hang together, don't you? Y'all hang together, don't you? Nah, we don't hang together. Why you worried about who I be hanging with? I don't hang. We don't hang together.
I say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
interesting. Like, 'cause this is only just like, I mean, because this is one of those words that, like I said, they having a problem with today, right? Like people don't want to cooperate, right? They feel like
Go ahead, Doc.
unless it's on some getting out of jail, like they only want to cooperate to avoid punishment for the negative things that they've done. Like they want to get out of jail free card, which literally means that they have no integrity or low integrity, right? Because if you want to get away with the crime that you commit, like what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to keep doing wrong things. You want to keep doing things that's gonna hurt other people, and you just want to keep getting away with it, and you don't want nobody to hurt you back, and you don't want nobody to tell on you. Like I don't understand that. Um, but I look at these relationships and all this stuff, and this whole 50-50 and who's the leader and all the gender role stuff, and it's just if you just focused on what it is that you guys were trying to do, on what you two guys are trying to do, and just do that, or whatever your relationship is, however many people it is, I don't know, don't care. Um, it'll just work out. But you worried about who's if I'm doing 50 and you doing 50, or if I'm doing 70, you doing 30, and well, how much money you make, how much money you making? Well, last week I paid the mortgage. You should have to pay the lights, and man, is the mortgage paid?
Look,
Is-
look, look. I'm not even gonna sit in the dark. It ain't,
you know what I'm
sitting in the
saying?
dark ain't even an option. So, like,
What are you talking about? Like, oh, it's
we
not
ain't
paid.
having
Oh, we
none
gotta
of
pay
them
that.
conversations. Like, look, that shit paid, huh?
That shit
Oh,
paid.
I'm glad you asked. If you want to kick, you want, go ahead. You can put some money over here for something. Yeah, hell yeah, go ahead.
Hell
But that
yeah,
shit paid.
that shit paid. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nah, we not doing that. I would be having to worry, you know? I would have to worry. So no, like that's
Yeah.
yeah, but I think that comes with um that just comes with maturity and and understanding like that's part of the team. That's part of pulling together and assuming like not worried about whose role is more important or this, you know, it's about seeing the whole team win.
What makes it hard is like like I say, it's the TV and the social media, right? I can tell you honestly, when I pulled away from watching, I like to use the term real people TV shows, right? Like movies and TV shows about like firefighters and policemen and doctors and stuff like that, and lawyers. Like, I don't want to see stuff like that, because what happens is you sitting there, you looking at another human going through life, and you put yourself in their situation. And for me, like, it stops being fantasy, and then people want to have conversations and talk about, well, people do that. It's like, no, that's what they did in the show. Let's just keep it on the show, and we make better choices in real life. Let's practice that. But people don't, like, they want to make it seem like the behaviors on in the media are reflective of how people actually act, and if it is, which, I've been out the game for a minute, right? Like, I ain't gonna lie, God, I kind of thought that those dating shows with, the guys and the girls sitting there talking this crazy stuff, I thought that was just entertainment. I didn't think those conversations was real. I didn't. I didn't. No, no, no. I know. I'm saying those shows are entertainment, but I didn't think that those topics that they were talking about were real topics in that people were having, right? And I got a couple single homeboys that's in these streets, and they like, yo, like that is 100% the conversations they having in real life and the things they got to contend with. And I'm like, that's crazy, right? Like you really got to put, hit somebody cash app up, pay a deposit first to holler at somebody.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't know, like, it's a new form of
No, I didn't know
it's a
that.
new form of prostitution. You know,
Nah, I ain't
because
know, God. I ain't know.
yeah, yeah,
Like
they call it
I see
they
that stuff.
call
I just don't think it's real, man. I just don't think it's
benefits. What are the benefits that you
the
offer? So
yeah.
so can you give me some money? Can this one take me to this restaurant? Can this one do this stuff? Can this one do that? Can this one do that? Can
And
this
it's
one
not
do
even
this?
friends with benefits no more. It's just benefits.
It just benefit. Well, you are a friend. It's a,
Everybody
and that's why
friends.
they like you. They don't love you. They just like you. You know, because you got the benefit.
Oh
Because
my,
for
yeah,
whatever benefit that they get, you know.
yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah. So it's not a new thing.
Not, it's
It's not.
not, but it's just
It's not a new thing.
this
It's been going
conversation.
around. It's been going around for a long time. It's just the younger women now are not scared to say it out loud that
That's
they
what it
they
is.
yeah, the younger women today are okay with, I mean,
There's no
shout
more
out,
shame. There's no more
yeah,
shame.
shout out Black China and what's her name, the girl with the short hair, Amber Rose. They
Mm.
did the slut walk, so so you could be proud to just be a slut.
Yo, she did a slut walk, and then she wound up walking that thing back.
They collaborated. They collaborated on slutism, and got a whole bunch of young girls to go with that, and then now they're conservative. One super religious, and
Yeah.
then the other one was with at the Trump thing. So people change, people grow up, but I'm just like, people change, people grow up. I guess
See,
we not
and I
knocking it.
and I see it. I see it all this TV, right? Like I don't know, man. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that once I stop watching that, I feel better as a person. I'm making better choices as a human being and as a citizen. I'm a much more productive member of society for my family, right? Like once I focus on the things that are important to us and not so much on the latest trends. Um, I don't know. I mean, like everybody, if for all those that can separate real life from entertainment, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to all those that think that they're doing it. That's not doing it.
Authenticity is far and few in between now, guy.
All right,
Don't know,
because
people
the
don't
people that
even know
can,
how to be themselves no more.
people don't. That's what I'm saying. People don't know how to be themselves no more because they caught up on. I'm supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be like that. Right? It's kind of like what you're saying about like how you don't like people ask you where you from because it's like fuck that. Like you met me here and let's build on where we at and where we trying to go. Like where I'm from, you trying to put me in some kind of box of how you think I should act or how you think I should be presented or whatever. And the only thing you
So
should care about is what's in front
right,
of your face.
yeah, one of your past experiences. Now I got to be like that person.
I'm that guy
When if I happen to hit a nerve or I happen to do
now.
something that you dislike, now that person that was from that place or that box that you put me in,
Yeah,
now goddamn, I got to be that person. I got to be, oh yeah, well you just like so and so. So you get to go talk shit about me behind my back, you know.
correct.
So it's just like that's sucker shit. I think that's corny,
Sucker shit.
you know,
All right.
for real. And that's why I always check everybody and be like, I'm from my daddy nuts. You know what I'm saying? And where you meet me at, how you meet me. And what we doing? Where we going? Are we going anything? Are we going anywhere? Are we doing anything? Because if we gonna do something and work together, then you need to know how I'm gonna be. You don't need to know from where I came. You need to know how I'm gonna be. Not from where I came, from how I'm gonna be. Because now is what you need. You need me right now for the collaborative effort and all the value that I bring to that now in order for us to
Yeah.
intellectually endeavor for our endeavor
Yeah. Cause that all that other me was me growing up to be this me that you see right now.
that you see right now, you know. But people tend to want to judge people by their past all the time, you know. I don't get that. And more
Yeah.
I'm staying away from people who think like that, you know. So we got collaborate, y'all. If y'all just joined in, make sure that go ahead and smash that like button, give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate it, y'all. We are smoking on the word collaborate this evening, and we've been going over the definition of the word collaborate. And it is to work jointly with others or together, especially in an intellectual endeavor, to cooperate or with or willingly assist an enemy of one's country and especially an occupying force, and then to cooperate with an agency or instrumentally with which one is not immediately connected. And that is the definition of collaborate. So we're going to go ahead and get to our next question of the evening. What challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, being good or bad? Let us know what you think in the comment sections. Matter of fact, let's go over here. Pull up a few more of these comments right quick. What challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, being good or bad? The God Ali Dawudel at BK Soul Farm. God, what challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, good or bad?
What I wrote down was telling the truth. Um, and 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 putting all your cards on the table. Those are challenges, right? Um, because we judge so often. Um, I think that we fear that our ideas and thoughts and processes are also going to be judged, and if they are judged, then we're going to be told to stop, or we're going to fail or something like that. So we don't put all our cards on the table. We don't tell the whole truth. We don't tell everything that it is that either I need from you or I need from this situation. Right. So it's like it kind of go back to what I was saying before, to what you were saying before, you know, are you a body or is this a mutual benefit? Right. That the only way it can be a mutual benefit is if the cards are on the table. Like we both have to feel comfortable in knowing that we are being told the truth, and the person that we're dealing with is in fact our friend, and they actually want us to win, right? Like you have to be able to believe and accept that, right? That this person is being authentic and honest. Um, and the only way to do that is to tell the truth and put the cards on the table. And I find that that's hard very often because we do have ulterior motives. We do have alternate thoughts. We do have plan B's and C's and D's and a lot of times we might be running those other plans concurrently with our plan A's because we don't really have faith in ourselves or in plan A. So we working on plan B same time, just in case. Right. We got what they say, our hands in both pots or whatever, and not paying attention to nothing. Right. Which is why we wind up losing too so often. That's why when I started farming, you know, again, that's why this is why I don't listen to do nothings and know everything's right. People that don't farm, that ain't never farmed, that's not even gardening, telling me what I should and should not be doing. Right. And I had the nerve to even to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Right. But those people would like to call themselves collaborators on my project, right? Because they would say they're giving me advice and help. So they saying that they're assisting me. They will consider themselves uh, my peer. Granted, we're not doing the same things. We're not in the same place. Our headspace is not even on the same page, right? Like we're not peers, right? But they because they don't understand these words, they will use that word and assume that we are. So they will feel like I owe them for my success because of a conversation or because of a thought or an idea or a passing gesture, right?
An idea. I hate it.
That's what I'm saying, right? So those to me that is the challenges that I see are our inability to tell the whole truth to ourselves, for ourselves, and to other people, in fear of being judged for our truths. Right? We don't want to. I don't think nobody really want to be laughed at, except for comedians. And I don't even know how much they want to be laughed at. You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay.
Listen to their sad ass stories.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I
You
think, yeah, I get that though. The truth, the ideas.
Yeah.
Um, I get that. But just to go on one of them things, I like I love getting laughed at because I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just the mindset. It's like you can't laugh at me if I'm not trying. So the only thing that people can do, and this is going back to our question right now, y'all, is what challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, being good or bad? You're gonna face people who pray for your downfall. You know, people will come and want to work with you, but simultaneously want to harm your progress. They just want to be there to like say they be in there, but don't want to contribute anything.
So
That's
weird to me.
that's harmful to the process.
That is
Like
so
you
weird.
like you dead weight. You literally are dead weight because you want that team to carry you to victory, all right, to the goal. And then you just want to be like, yeah, we won. And you ain't do shit. And it wasn't even a part of the assignment. Like your assignment was not to ride the bench. You know, if your assignment was to ride the bench, then at some point in time, you might have needed to go and get in the game. So you weren't a bench rider, you were part of the specific players that's on the team. Okay. The playing team, the playing roster, the roster that's signed in to play. So just because you don't get burned, don't mean, you know, that you aren't an asset because if somebody get hurt, hey, you got to step up. If somebody get tired and we need to reduce some minutes so that way hey, you ready? You ready to go ahead and get this? Go ahead. We've been seeing you in practice. We know what it's time for you to do. So you still part of that team. Just because you're not starting, you on the roster. You suit up every game. People would do that and then just act like they doing you a favor by showing up and shit. Don't contribute nothing. Don't try to improve the quality of the endeavor.
I'm here
You know,
because that's what they just a body. Because you might just need to have 9 players or 11 players, and you just might need to have extra player. Like they just,
never,
you never just need
never, never,
never need that. I don't
never,
need
God,
nobody on the team that's gonna
never.
talking about carry me. No, thank you.
Everybody on the NBA that's suited up, that's on that bench, that's suited up. I think they get 16 players.
I think it's 16.
All of them can hoop. All
Fuck
of them.
yeah.
All of them can hoop.
I think the ones that don't hoop, that don't suit up, that I think they can hoop.
I ain't talking about the injury guys, but I'm talking about them guys who just, the rookies and maybe
Everybody on the bench can hoop.
the junior players who, don't have us, who not getting as much burn. Man,
Everybody can hoop.
everybody can hoop.
Everybody got a game uniform on.
Exactly. If they out there warming up,
They can hoop.
fuck around and sleep on them if you want to. If coach give them go time, they like, oh
man.
shit, I'm about to go off. And the
Like
coach
I can beat that guy. No, you can't.
like I see you, Rook. You went out there and dropped 35 on them, huh? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And you're waiting for your time to shine. You're waiting for your time to be an asset to show that, hey, I'm a collaborator. Like I'm a major part of this. I want to be here. Yeah, you gonna shine. Yeah, you get your shine because people see that. People look for that. But it's still we all winning.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I remember when we was talking about this show, and I was saying like when we first started, when we first was working with the crew we had and everything like that, and even what we grew into, and some of the people were having problems with the way the show is structured and thinking that you have to agree with everything.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
No, you don't.
bro, like to the people that I was communicating to, I'm like, God, I'm telling them, I'm just like, look, we can debate. It's no right or wrong answer. Like, just debate it. It's your perspective.
We don't have a bedtime.
Like if you upset, like you're taking this shit personal, and forgetting the fact that we're showing up here collaborating together. We're here together. So no matter what the people see watching, they may say, yeah, DB Chef, you got a good point. Yeah, BK Soul Farm, you got a good point. Yeah, this person, you got a good point. Or no, I don't agree with what BK Soul Farm saying. I don't agree with that person saying. I don't agree with that. That just more perspectives allows for more real life interaction because
facts.
People have different views and perspectives and opinions on these subjects and these topics. So stop looking at it like you're battling with us. If you come into work and now you want to battle the people at work, like how we gonna get shit done? We ain't gonna be able to get it done. We need to work. We need to find some type of medium in order to get the mission complete. So it can't be we come in here every single day and we just chaos every single day between us, because it ain't gonna work. We're not gonna get the work done that's required. So those things like that. And see, I always thought that was ego. I thought that was an ego thing where some people showing up like, well, I'm here, what you expect me to do.
I still say insecurity. They don't know how to feel in themselves.
I agree with that part and wholeheartedly.
They don't feel safe.
Yeah, but then with some people, I feel like that that, you know, that was their feeling, you know, of just
Yeah.
like of being uncomfortable because, you know, because they wanting to agree with everything. And it's like everything ain't about being agreeable.
But
You
if you
know,
don't understand it, like,
you know, but then people be scared to say I don't understand some shit because then they think that it make them look dumb. You see,
yo, we got a whole show where we literally reading the dictionary. like,
where we totally could be wrong about what we thought about the word, right? But see, but we not afraid to look. See what I said, guy? I'm not afraid to be laughed at.
no, like, cause
I'm not afraid for somebody to say, "Oh, you dumb as shit. You didn't even know what that meant." No, I didn't know what it meant. I was, you know, I didn't. You're right. I was trying to find out what it was defined as because the meaning had me fucked up.
and for me, like these 80 shows, it has changed the way that I communicate. Right, it has improved, right? Because it helps. It got me better, closer to saying what I mean, and mean what I say. Right, so I speak less. I speak less, right?
That's it. That's it, guy. But definitely some of the good things. Oh, another bad thing. Another bad thing. I'm gonna go from one more bad thing, then I'm gonna go to a couple good things. Another bad thing was that when you're trying to collaborate, another thing that I found is like I had been reaching out to people like, hey, you have a business. So like I would go to Facebook and be like, hey, you know, I see you got a business. I'm doing this podcast thing, you know, and I'm trying to establish myself as as advertiser, right? So if you have a business, you know, I would love to advertise, and I'm not going to charge you because I'm building. So why not collaborate and we build together? Because I know you don't have no $1 million business, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not clocking your dollars, you know. But they looking at me as if, oh,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna. They don't see the value in it. They don't see the value in collaborating.
yeah,
You know, they don't see the value in saying let's build together. I understand. What's the all he's doing is running a video. I'm not on here anti anybody. I'm not bashing anybody. You know, we not disrespecting anybody. No
we smoking
religion, no
on
race, no
words.
creed. We smoking on words like two big nerds. That's it. You know, we got the love speak. We talking to veterans. We doing food, finance. You know, like I
Support
don't.
our interests.
I don't get it. Other than, but it's just that you don't you don't want to work with me to see me win, even if it means if we win together.
You'd rather not see me win if it means that you lose as well. That's okay.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Insane.
That's
Like,
crazy. And these is all black people. You know, so I'm talking about y'all if y'all watching this. You know, these is all black people. Everybody too busy, got other shit going on. To send me an ad, to send me an ad for your side hustle, for your entrepreneurial endeavor. And you keep seeing our reels come out every Sunday. You keep seeing and new stuff coming with it too. You keep seeing us working.
yeah.
But it's no desire to be like, you know what, man, let me just throw that man a video. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows what it'll bring? Who knows the business or that's it. So that's a negative thing that I've seen, that people are scared to collaborate with you when, you know, I don't even know what's going on in their head. It just leaves something to assume. I could be totally wrong. They could really want to when they just too busy. But I think that that's bullshit because everybody makes time and find time for things that they truly want to do, you know? Um, and I know if I prioritize a thing for somebody, like, man, don't take my shit. Don't take me for granted, you know, because I'm really prioritizing it on purpose. Because I want to see you win. I want to see if we're collaborating. I want to see us win. It's no longer a you. It's no big I, little you, big you, little I thing. It's a us. And I think that that's a thing. That's a mindset that that people be having where it's like, oh, it's getting big. So now, or it's not even as big as it could be yet, and people already in their brain thinking shit is already it's bigger than what it is. Like it ain't even. It's still infantile. It's still something that's growing. It's still work that has to be done. And people had these grandiose thoughts. I think another thing that ruins collab that makes it difficult, that's bad too.
You said that was your last bet.
I know, but I just want to get all this shit off my chest. You know, because I've been noticing these things. Like people will always say, somebody gonna see us and wanna invest in us. I hate that fucking mindset.
They're like randomly gonna see us.
It's like to me it's saying like, I can't wait till some white people with some money want to invest in me.
Super lazy.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I can't wait till somebody come along with some money and validate my ideas.
Yeah.
It sounds like I don't have enough value. This to me, this is my opinion, God. This, you know, for
I'm with you.
each
I'm
their
with
own.
you. I'm with you.
I interpret that as you don't see yourself with the potential or ability to build it up to that level without having someone else having to come in and validate it. You know, and I've experienced this in my collaborative efforts with certain things, you know. If I could get somebody to do this and I'm just like, you haven't built no value in shit yet. Like you won't even learn how business works. Like ain't nobody about to invest no money in you and they don't see how they gonna make some money off of you.
You just want donations.
Yeah, it's like you want some money to take somebody's money to run off with it real quick.
You want
like,
donations. I got it.
You know, like put in some
Say
work.
That. Say that.
Yeah. You know, if that's the thing, big, you know, and I'm not knocking anybody who do it on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Because it be sounding like I'm hating. We just don't do that, you know. But
Yeah.
beg for Cash App, you know, tell people, hit my Cash App, hit the, you know, donate to the host, donate to this channel, donate to this, donate to. I just don't do that. I'm not online begging for, you know, a buck for luck. You know, we asking you, hit the like button. You know, subscribe, tell a friend. Join us. Congregate in the chat. You know, share your thoughts, share your ideas. We ain't against with nobody. We ain't never knock nobody hustle. Ever. But I think that thing prevents people from collaborating is when you have people in a group and some of the collaborators are always looking for other people to validate what they got going on. You know, I think that's a bad thing. And you know, it sours me when I'm working in that capacity with others and I hear that like, man, somebody gonna think we this or somebody gonna think we that. And it's like, well, what do we think about ourselves?
Cause that's really the only thing that matters.
You know, are we how long are we willing to do this without with you know, so is there an expiration date that you ready to quit? You know, when you don't see somebody trying to come and validate you and say, here you go, here goes some money for you doing what you're doing. You ain't willing to learn what you need to do and keep going and boost your own thing, because that's the people with the real money see that and see that you willing to build value. You don't care about how long it takes. You don't care about all these other things, all these other factors, because you're gonna keep doing what you're gonna keep doing, because it's a lot of quitters out here. And anybody that ever been successful know that you can't quit. Ain't no successful quitters. So talking about the good things now that can help people collaborate, you know, the good things I see is when you do collaborate, everybody gets to win together. And they say they make this thing called this lone. They got this saying called "it's lonely at the top," but I don't think that there's no loneliness at the top, because nobody's doing it by themselves. You have teams. Everybody wins, and you have people that you winning with. You know, if I'm married and I got a family, when I win, we winning. I'm not lonely at the top. You know, my whole family winning. If I got a group and we working on something collectively, we accomplish our goal. Guess what? We win. We winning together. You're not lonely at that top. So I think that it allows for collaborative efforts, allow for people to be in spaces and in places that you may not be at the time. Like I may not know, you may have more access. Like I give you an example, when even the simple things like when we do collaborating on text, on reels, right? I may only have 200 people. You may have 1,000 people. By not collaborating does not allow for those 1,000 people to even know what we have going on collectively collaborating.
Correct.
I ain't even learned that shit to like episode, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, God? Like it wasn't even a thing that it was like that I was purposely not doing. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, damn, I ain't know that I could, you know, just like not learning and understanding these tools.
Yep.
You know, having so much other stuff going on. It was like, damn, why we not doing this? We should be doing this too. Like
That's how I go.
so, you know, so that's why I be like, man. But people be trying to hold that shit for ransom. Like, I know
What they call that gatekeeping, right?
I guess. I call it sucker shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's just like, you know, it's just like I tried to collaborate. I remember I was collaborating. I ain't gonna give this person too much shine, but I was collaborating with on a show, and the person did one episode. So they did one episode, and our initial conversation was for them to be a permanent co-host. You know, for us to host the show together.
Okay.
Okay. So so after they did the first episode, they kept texting me privately. Okay. And I asked them, I said, can you stop texting me privately because you texting me too much? You know, like I get texting me about the show, but you texting me every day. And I don't want to talk to you every day. You know, like I don't. Like I just want to talk to you about the show. I don't need to talk to you every single day. You know, I don't want that I don't want that type of relationship with you. And if I need to have that type of relationship with you to work with you, I'm cool. You know? Because I'm not trying to get that personal with you. So
At all.
So they got upset, right? And didn't realize that I was saying to them, like, I'm willing to do the work part, the collaborative part that we talked about, that we discussed. But I'm not trying to be all up in your personal life.
Correct.
You know, like I'm not signing up for that just for us to do a podcast. All right. So they came back and they said to me, well, I did one episode with you. Can you come and do this? At least do one episode with this new podcast I'm starting with so and so and so and so. Because I at least did one podcast for you. I helped you.
I helped you. I at least did one for you. So could you at least do one for me? I don't understand that. Like, what kind of energy? Let's just say you go do it. Like, what kind of energy would you possibly bring to that show under those conditions? Like, that's threat, coercion, duress. That's guilt trip. That's sucker
That's
shit.
that's sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna respond to you.
Come
And
on.
I didn't know that you was a coward. So I'm gonna leave you alone because you not cool at all. So I can't collaborate with you. We can't work. We can't endeavor,
Mm-mm.
because your intentions aren't genuine. And through that, you let me see, you revealed to me that you just not a genuine person.
I did one show. So the least you can do is do this one show with me over here.
That's what I could show you the text, and I was like, "Are you
I don't want to
kidding
even
me?"
see that. Like that shit just sound crazy just hearing
Nah,
it.
nah,
Like,
no. I'm just saying, like that's how you know what I'm
yeah, it
saying. Like
sounds
that's how
crazy.
in my head, I'm like, huh? I'm like, are you for completely negating the fact that our initial conversation was about co-hosting a, a podcast, like for the network, continually? Not, oh, I did one for you. Now can you do one for me? Because I
There
did
was
one for
You didn't do one for me. We did a show.
we did a show, right? We
Like
did
we
our
did,
first show.
we did our first
The
show. Like what you
show,
talking about? Like
right? Thank you, God.
we
That's what I'm
did show
talking
number
about.
one,
Right.
and then you quit and
And
went
then
to
you
another
quit.
show, and now you asking me since I did a show, since we nah, you
Since
didn't
I
do
helped you get started, I'm like, you
you
didn't
didn't
help
help
me
me get
get
started.
started. We did a show. We did our initial first show. We
Did
kicked
they
it
buy you a
off.
mic or something? Did they buy you like a camera? Did they buy you like
Man,
a keyboard? Did they buy
shit,
you a
they ain't do
mouse?
shit, man.
So how they help?
Nada,
How they
nada
help?
thing,
Oh,
nada,
because they did the show, they helped you?
nada. They ain't do a damn thing.
Man.
So collaborating has definitely been very entertaining, very educating for me in this space, especially in this space. Trying to really put things together and reach out to people and um and ask, not being scared to ask, not being scared to be laughed at, not being scared for people to be, oh, you only got this, you only got that. Like, like that's to whatever their measurement is of success, and they still ain't doing nothing, you know,
Just trying to share your ad, my man.
you know. And that's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm like, I'm just wanna, share your ad, just hey, help you out because it don't look like that you paying for any advertisement anywhere. So you don't have to pay for it over here neither. And I'm already doing this, you know? So it's a collaborative thing. Why not?
Yep.
You know, it's like it's wild because it's wild. I could go into some negative, some more negative, but um it seems like that's where it always leads when people are not seeing the good and the benefits of just collaborating, of just saying, hey, yeah, well, I'm just gonna throw this over there. It might do something,
Hmm.
and people do that all the time when they play the lotto. They lose $2. They lose $5. They play $10, $20 and lose it,
All the time.
you know. But we consistently over here running these at commercials. Every podcast is a commercial. We
Yeah.
can we consistently running these commercials all day long, right? And But to say, hey, just run this ad, just give me an ad, boom, we'll hook it up and just run it. No participation. So, I think those are a lot of the challenges with people just
I agree. Yeah.
when trying to collaborate, being good or bad, it's just always challenges because there is no unity. People don't see the value. Some shit gotta be shiny to them. It gotta be glittery. Yeah, I think it just really has to be glittery
And effortless.
and effortless, huh? Yeah. They want it set up already. They want it made up
Yeah,
already.
to go back to your player that just wants to be carried. He don't want to play no games, don't want to do nothing. Just wanna just want talking about we won, but we ain't do nothing. He ain't even suit up, right? Like the guy that just wants to just be on the team just for the clout, but hoping the coach don't call him because somebody tired or somebody got hurt or somebody like I'm just here to look good to get the girls, coach. You want me to sweat? Like you see how I look in this fit? You want me to sweat out my fit, coach? Like, come on, son. Like, yeah. Right, you got a lot of those people, but they just need to. I don't know, man.
Get their ass off the team. Get
Get
their
that.
ass out the gym, off the field.
Yeah.
For real, they are not valuable to the goal at all. So y'all, we have been answering our questions this evening. Or what do you think of when you hear the word collaborate? Let us know in the comment section. We appreciate everybody for leaving comments in the chat. Our second question this evening is, what challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, being bad or good? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Shout out to Gary Murray. Been lighting up the chat this evening. Appreciate you for pulling up, family.
Hell yeah.
G Murray. Like Keith Murray, the most beautifulest thing in the world was just like that. So,
Get in here.
what we gonna do, y'all, right now is we're gonna go ahead and get into this evening's Flavor Bombs.
Flavor Bombs, presented to you by DBCHEFTV.
So we got a black student hung from a tree. I don't know if y'all been underneath a rock, but down in Mississippi at one of these colleges, man, they got some foul play or something wild going on. We're gonna check this shit out. We got a mother and son in Wilson, North Carolina, killed over the rent by a community activist. And that really touched me, man. That story right there touched me. That was a sad story right there. I mean, not any much more. I mean, I never been hung from a tree, but I've been in a situation where me and my moms have dealt with rent and stuff like that, man. So that was, for them to get killed over rent, man, like that was these both sad situations too. Finding out what's going on with this young brother. And then we have the third, is the government shutdown show. It's that time of the year, again, where it's always this, in the Congress, they trying to pass this budget, and they arguing about who got what and who ain't got this, and the government's gonna shut down, and who's gonna shut it down, and blah, 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 and this, that, and the third. So, we're gonna take a look at that too.
Family in Mississippi is now begging for answers after their 21-year-old was found dead hanging from a tree at Delta State University. Campus police say the body of 21-year-old Trey Reed, a black student, was discovered by staff members on Monday morning. Authorities quickly.
Man, first thing we're going to do is we're going to stop this right here, man, and we're going to have a moment of silence for this brother Trey Reed, because we don't know if this brother, how this brother was unalive, because they haven't released anything yet that's substantial. Because this video today, man, like I didn't know nothing about this. Like, in my feed, I don't have news in my feed. My algorithm is so geared towards the stuff that I actually be watching that I have to go find this stuff. And, you know, I just pray and hope. You know, I'm the God know that I'm not the hope person, you know, but I just pray and hope that this is some fugazi shit, that this ain't really, you know, this ain't that. Because if this is that, man, shit about to get wild. Shit's really about to get wild.
Ruling out foul play, and during a press conference today, the university president insisting that race relations are not an issue at the university.
I can say that my heartbreak is comprehensive, not just for Trey, although it is primarily for Trey, but for the fact that the rest of the world has an impression of Delta State that is so at odds with what I know to be this institution. This institution should not be associated with hate or hate crimes.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, now representing Reed's family, demanding more transparency. The family saying we cannot accept vague conclusions when so many questions remain. Let's bring in our Ike Ajachi. So, Ike, what are we learning from police today? And are they still continuing to rule out foul play?
Yeah, Kira, several different agencies surrounding this investigation are saying just that. The Delta State University police chief, he's come out and said that there is no indication of foul play surrounding this incident. He also said that there is no ongoing threat to staff or faculty. Now, if you also look at what the Bolivar County Coroner's Office is saying, it's also falling in line with that. They're saying through a preliminary examination that there are no injuries to 21-year-old Trey Reed's body that are consistent to a physical attack. So that they said that there are no lacerations, no bruises, no broken bones, anything that would look like there was a physical attack to his body. Now, the coroner's office is saying that they are investigating this as a suicide, and they're also saying that the full autopsy is currently being done by the Mississippi State Crime Lab, and that'll be finished in about 24 to 48 hours, Kira.
So what is the family saying? Are they thinking it's a suicide?
Well, Kira, the family of Trey Reed right now, they are expressing deep frustration and they are demanding transparency surrounding this investigation. Right now, through their attorney, Vanessa Jones, they have announced that they are conducting their own independent autopsy and they're even conducting their own investigation around this. They are demanding answers, they're saying, that are shrouded in some kind of a cloud of secrecy. This is according to the attorney and the family. So what we're seeing right now is that they're claiming that there has been a lack of direct communication from law enforcement, from the university to the family on the day this incident was discovered. That is, of course, on September 15th, just 2 days ago. They're saying there has been no communication, and that's exactly what they're demanding. Take a listen.
Family does not know exactly what happened on September the 15th of 2025. We are seeking answers. The family of Trey Reed has not even received a phone call from the president of Delta State University.
He told me that they found Trey Reed in his room. And he didn't say possible suicide, he said suicide.
Now, Kira, it is important to note that the university did respond, the university president that is, by saying that the university contacted an individual for Trey Reed who is listed as the next of kin. And they said that happened on that day, Kira.
What you think about that, guy?
That was hard. So this is what I am gonna say. What I think, and not even what I think. What I know.
Okay.
A black man, an African American, hanging from a tree in America is a hate crime.
Right.
I if somebody did it to them, or if they did it to themselves, it's a hate crime.
How is it a hate crime if he did it to himself? If he went up there and killed
Cause,
himself and hung himself
cause,
from a tree?
cause you can hang yourself from a door. You can hang yourself from a doorknob. You can hang yourself from the bathroom. To do it from a tree, that person is trying to do something different, trying to send some kind of message, right? Trying to do something, cause a black man hanging from a tree to an African American, you think somebody did that to him first. You don't
That's why I
think
said I
you
hope.
don't you don't. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
this is the part where that person will be doing it to us, right? Because that's what that means. It's strange fruit, right?
Okay.
Um, so for a black person to purposely put themselves in that particular situation still constitutes a hate crime and fucked up, right? But that's one of those things that don't even make sense, right? Like how he go from he committed suicide in his room to being hung from a tree. Like how do we how do we how do we get the suicide before they talk to the family? Like how do the family not know what's going on, but they already got a case closed suicide. Like I don't like that doesn't make sense to me. Like it's almost like saying, well, this young man was an adult, so you're not entitled to any information about him because they were an adult family. Like it just sounds crazy to me for them to have to do their. I mean, I get their own autopsy, I get their own investigation, I get that, but to for them to not have any information and for the case to be closed is crazy to me.
Super crazy. Super crazy. Yeah, guy.
That don't even make any sense to me, man.
Yeah,
That was hard. That was painful.
yeah. I mean, but damn, you just put a different perspective on it. Like I never imagined, fathom double hate crime. Like even for him to do
Yeah,
it to himself, it's still considered a hate crime.
like from a tree, cause like why would you do that? Like
Like
to
what is your point?
what is your
Right.
point? Are you trying to take
Yeah.
away? You trying to take away black people from hate white people? Like trying to take away what they did to us? Like what would be the point of that? And even if that was your point, somebody like me saying somebody told you to do that, and that's still not suicide. That's still a hate crime because that's an agenda. Blah 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 blah. Like see how crazy. Like
Right.
see how far that
Yeah.
goes. Like to so it would have to have been a hate crime for that.
Either way.
Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough right there. That's super tough, man. That even just that shit is exhausting for real. Like just even thinking about
Oh
the
yeah,
implications of that, it's just like damn,
yeah. Either
you know.
either way,
Yeah, either way.
implications either way is like that.
Well, condolences to the family,
100%.
and if it is something that was where he was a victim, then we definitely I'm praying that justice for that family, to that family, and if he did unalive himself, and that was the way he did it, yeah, that's wild as shit. That's not cool either. But we don't know yet. That they still haven't released, and I disagree with like how they put out shit like that and they give bits and pieces.
I
You
hate
know,
that shit. That's
I
why I
hate
don't
that.
watch that shit, bro. Cause
Me
that
too.
only made my heart beat faster, right? And gave me all these feelings, right? Like it didn't give me any information, right? You see the conversation I came up with, like I had to not pick a side,
Yeah,
race. I had
yeah,
to not be white versus black or black versus white. I had to look above and be like, yo, so what did I just see?
right.
Right. And I'm looking at their conversation, and I wanna commend the brother, the reporter, because I feel that he answered her questions very professionally and very pro-black, right? Like he didn't hurt us in his commentary, or he didn't hurt the image of us. He didn't allude to the idea that he too think that this could be self-inflicted, and the enemy is off the hook, right? Somebody did this to him, right? Because
Yeah, yeah. He just said they
he
further
said this. He
investigating.
he he reported.
Yeah,
He didn't put his spin, right? I felt like the lady was asking for his spin, like what are the family saying, right? And he's like, well, through their attorney, they saying they want answers.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like I like that.
right. Yeah.
I probably would have been pissed off that she asked me that. Gotta take it off the air.
Fuck you mean?
Fuck you, man. How you doing?
How you
Dumbass
think we all
question.
feel about this shit?
Shout out to my man, because some of us can't do that job. I couldn't do that job. I wouldn't do us justice.
It's all right. It's all right. Let's go ahead and do this next one.
Yeah, Barbara, just the community here, they are absolutely in mourning. They are grieving. They're trying to make sense of everything. It's a really tight-knit community here on the ground in Wilson, where it feels that everybody happens to know everybody. And tonight, they're just trying to make sense of all of what happened, what they say is a very sad and unfortunate situation that didn't have to turn out the way that it did.
Where we are just grieving.
Bishop Sherman Blandon posting this lengthy Facebook message today in response to Monday's triple shooting in Wilson that left a mother and her son dead and another family member injured.
There's a lot of people who don't understand why, don't understand what happened. The unfortunate reality is some of us may never know. But in moments like this, no one wins. And it just leaves a big hole in the community.
According to family, this all stems from a rent dispute where family tells us 39-year-old Dante Chestnut shows up to this home in the 900 block of Washington Street, demanding rent payment or immediate eviction. When 44-year-old Natasha Sutton did not pay, that's when family tells us cell phone video captures Chestnut firing his gun, killing Sutton and her 21-year-old son, Avante Pender, before pistol whipping another family member and shooting Sutton's sister.
Taking someone's life is never the answer. And realizing that certain consequences.
Chestnut is an anti-gun violence advocate well known here in the community for founding R. Wilson, a community group that works with youth and other community organizations.
I mean, he was very active. It was a part of his life's work. And so that goes back again to the children that he worked with. I know that there's a huge hole in their hearts, and a lot of them are trying to understand.
Meanwhile, Shatira Barnes is without family members she loved. She also knew Chestnut and is grieving, knowing that her life has forever changed.
Even if Tasha owed money or whatever the case was, that wasn't it. Violence and her death wasn't it. It doesn't really matter if that was my family member or not. It's still wrong, but it hurts more knowing that it was my.
And tonight, Dante Chestnut remains in jail under no bond. He's due back in court behind me here in Wilson in 2 weeks. We're live in Wilson tonight. Dewan Hogard, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Yeah, what's your thoughts, God?
Rest in power to them.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that was not over rent. That was over something else.
You think
Uh,
so?
so this is why I think that, because the landlord, I'm assuming that he was the landlord or the property manager, whoever, right, shows up to collect rent. Oh, you passed due on rent. You know, pay the rent or I'm gonna go through with the eviction process. That's the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
Like their next step, like their only next step is to go through the eviction process. Like they gotta get the people involved and go through the process, right? Like that is the process. You go to collect your rent, the people don't pay your rent, you go get help collecting your rent. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause when you go collect your rent, you go to prison, possibly, potentially.
He
Right?
damn sure is.
As he fucking should. Like if if yo man, even if that story was over just some bullshit ass fucking rent, like you dummy, like you had a whole non-violent option of just calling the people, and they did that work for you, right? Like,
There was a video that I didn't show because that video showed was more graphic.
nah.
So, we didn't pick that video.
So that video, like he had like way more emotion and stuff like that
He did. He had way more emotion. It
over
it
rent,
it,
God.
it was showed the conversation, and what they're alluding to or alleging is that the young man, the son, probably bucked on him because he was there, you know,
And he got
and
scared of the kid.
he did hear, like in the video, you do hear him not being uh
Professional.
professional, not being compassionate, not being like trying to just be like, all right, well, look, y'all going because he's telling them, y'all got to get out today. Y'all got to get out now. And you hear them on the phone saying, like, you at least have to give them a week to move their stuff out, like, or, you need to go to the courthouse and go through the proper procedures to get them
Yeah.
evicted. Like the
Yeah.
person is on the phone saying this, and he's just determined. Now I need my money today, or y'all getting the fuck out today. Like that's what he on. So of course the young man is like, you ain't gotta be all like that, man. Like we gonna we gonna get it together, or boom, boom, boom. And I mean, it's just in a matter of seconds.
So
So
if that's yo, God, I'm sorry to cut you. If that's the energy that you're saying, what I'm feeling, it wouldn't necessarily matter if Shorty would have said anything or not. It sounded like he was itching anyway. Because that whole
I don't know. I think if they would have had
I want you out today kind of thing. Get my
Yeah, but
money.
I think if they would have had his money, then that's a whole different situation. But I think he would have been nasty and talking shit, even though he got paid, you know.
Yeah,
And I think that's not cool. Like if you going up
yeah,
to be nasty, like where my enhance my cash, or else it's your ass,
yeah,
Like if
yeah,
you on that type of time, and a person has your money, then why be like that? Why
yeah,
be like, look, damn, like I ain't really want to, then you kind of be apologetic, like, look, I ain't really want to get nasty with you, but it seemed like that was the only thing you was understanding to get the money. But let's not get here because I don't like doing this, So like, actually, what's wrong? What's
yeah. They
what's the
said
rush?
he shot the moms and Shorty and pistol whipped the cousin.
And shot somebody else, God. So he flipped the switch, and he was a nonviolent advocate in the community with the youth. So I don't get that.
I don't get that.
I don't get it at all. You know, and I said, like, it did hit hard for me because I was just like, damn, man, rest in peace to all of them.
All of them.
To all of them, you know, and I don't know if the young person if the sister who got pistol whipped, I don't know if she made it or not, or if she's in critical. They say that she was in critical condition. So like he was out there, just you know, like really.
How much could rent be, son?
Man, that shit couldn't have been nothing but a couple, you know, couple hundred. Looking at that place right there.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of rent was we
Wilson,
talking about?
Like,
What kind of rent was we talking about?
Probably about 800 at the most, you know. So
he probably owed somebody some money or something.
And that's what I think it was. I think he had a situation where he owed somebody some money and he took that frustration out on them.
And it's easier for him to be locked up than it is to be on the street.
That's bad. Because that means he owed somebody big. But you just threw your whole life away for whatever.
Super coward.
You know? So rest in peace.
Rest in peace. That's a better. I'm gonna be honest. That's him owing money to me is a better story than he went to go collect rent
and killed a mother and a child and a young man and somebody else and pistol
with somebody. Like, at least be a crackhead. Like at least be a crackhead.
Crackheads ain't going that hard. Like that's too much.
I'm just saying I need something, God. I need something more than just I need my rent money. Like what?
You know, they ain't deserve all that. And I get it what you saying. It could have been something more, but I'm just like, it couldn't have been something more with them. What could it have been with them?
I don't know. That just sounds
what
crazy.
What could it have been with them? Did he, you know, was he fronting packs to the young boy? You know,
I know, right?
Did the young boy run off on the plug? Was he the plug? And you know, like, come on.
I don't know. Yeah, that shit's
you gonna
crazy.
shoot the mama? You done gave her some dope and she ain't. I mean, what's the backstory? What's that? Or is it really just?
And you said that shit was fast too. So
it was fast, God. Like it wasn't even from the time they was having the conversation. You would have thought he would have just walked off with the conversation that they was having that they show on that video.
Mm-hmm.
You would have thought he would have just walked off and been like, you know what? All right,
paperwork.
Shit, I need to go. I'm calling my attorney right now. I'm on the phone with my attorney, so y'all better start packing y'all shit up this week because I'm not playing. I'm coming back. If that's the case, very professional, like, but you know, still kind of rude, you know. But I don't know how long they was past due. Okay, if they 3-4 months past due and you've been kind, like, look, y'all, I'm not mama and daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. But I done showed y'all love, but you know, the only people who gonna do that is your mother and father. Your mother and father have that type of love for you. You know, but in real life, you go somewhere, if mama and daddy don't pay their shit, they getting kicked out. You know? So this is the real life. And he could have handled it that way, but not to kill, murder, pistol whip, you know, probably over some short shit less than a stack.
That's awful.
You know, and these sad things, man, how people losing their life for nothing. For nothing.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill have around 2 weeks to agree on a budget to keep the government funded. Top Democratic leaders say they will oppose any legislation that doesn't include provisions on health care. The final deadline to get a deal done is October 1st. Let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Nicole Killian. Nicole, good to see you today. What's the latest you're hearing from lawmakers on where they stand when it comes to the budget?
Yeah, and keep in mind, technically that deadline is September 30th, which is the end of the fiscal year, and there are not that many legislative days left for lawmakers to hammer out an agreement, particularly because next week they are due to recess for the Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah. So the hope is that they can try to move some type of temporary short-term funding bill, also known as a continuing resolution, just something clean that'll get them through mid-November. But already we have seen some House Republicans come out against it, most notably Marjorie Taylor Greene of Victoria Sparks of Indiana, and Thomas Massey. Now, these are people who typically oppose doing these types of continuing resolutions, but nonetheless, it could stymie efforts here on Capitol Hill. But then you also have to factor in Democrats' position on this, which you mentioned. You know, many of them say that they aren't going to support any type of government funding package unless it's bipartisan and includes some type of health care provision. So they haven't really explained clearly what those should be, whether that is potentially trying to roll back some of the Medicaid cuts in the One Big Beautiful Bill, or also trying to get some type of agreement on potentially extending Obamacare subsidies. These are subsidies through the Affordable Care Act that are due to expire at the end of the year. So there's still a lot in flux, but we'll see how the week plays out.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Nicole.
Yeah, and that's all we got on that right there. We just gonna wait and see. Yeah, I didn't. You know, we didn't want to do too much with that. Peace, Dr. Mo.
Peace, Dr. Mo.
We didn't want to do too much with that. I just wanted to make a comment that you know, when we hear these news articles like this and these people say this stuff, they kind of remix it a little bit. They remix stuff when y'all see this, and they say things like they throw in the people disagreeing, the different sides, the different parties disagreeing. They throw that in with the word continued resolution. And then they talk about the budget. Okay, the new budget. The problem with that is it's almost like they're purposely trying to keep everyone confused.
Correct.
The only reason why I know about this, y'all, because I'm a United States military veteran. All right, retired veteran. So I've been on active duty when I did not get paid and still had to show up and go to work. That was with a continued resolution. Okay? But what happened is continued resolution always happens. All right? The United States government will never shut down. They will never shut down. And the reason why they won't shut down is because of the continued resolution. What it simply means is, and this is something that you can take the meaning and say what you mean what you say. All right? Is no more new money will be funded for things. But everything that is the same as the last budget that got passed and approved, they will continue that resolution. So that money can still keep being spent, and that same amount, but no more. What they're arguing about is the new money. That's why when they talk about them things and they want new, what healthcare this and what new this and what these programs this and that's for new money to spend. When we hear about the budget, the national debt increasing, it's because of that stuff, because they want to spend more money. They want to raise the national debt. Okay? So I just wanted to shed that light on that, because we have a lot of service members that think they ain't gonna get paid. We have a lot of veterans think they ain't gonna get paid. We have a lot of people that always fearing this government shutdown. I don't know a single veteran that did not get their checks when during the continued resolution or during the fear of a government shutdown. I don't know a single active duty person after that 1 year, the Coast Guard didn't get paid one time. Then they actually, what it was because we was under DHS and they passed the continued resolution, but it was for DOD. So that was the only reason why. But it was only like 1 or 2 paychecks. You know, it was like a month, you know, but then they back paid everybody. So I didn't miss it, you know, because I'm not living from paycheck to paycheck. So, but it was eye-opening, and then and then it helped me understand how the agencies work. But since then, they have fixed it. So all of the military services, veterans, reserves, everybody will get paid. Okay, even during the government shutdown. But it's cliche because the government never shuts down because they have what's called a continued resolution. So that's that. Dr. Lamb had some Jews. They probably would shut down for a few weeks to do a temporary short-term extension. Yeah, to continue resolution. That's what that is, Doc. If said our budget's good for 2 years, okay. Heck, he already revoked lots of funding. Yep, but they still trying to add on the rest of with everything else they want. That's true. The veterans budget was passed last year. Yep.
Yeah, you need to. I would like for you. I don't not that you need to, but I would like for you to build with Dr. Mo, get on a veterans podcast, the Veterans Kettle. Yeah, she talk all that veteran stuff. She do all the personal finance stuff. Like she's multifaceted. Like she's definitely a go getter, support your interest type, mover and shaker.
That's what's up, Dr. Mo. Send your contact to my email at Chef Earl Pearl. Chef Pearl at DBCHEFTV.com.
She said, "Don't tell nobody."
I'm
gonna tell everybody. I got awesome friends. I'm gonna tell everybody. Nah, you can't be my friend and not
contact me.
Nah.
At Chef Pearl at DBCHEFTV.com. You know, and I definitely would love to have you and interview you on the Veteran Kettle, and you could come and talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know, we can powwow before we even record. It's pre-recorded anyway. It's not live like this. So, you know, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, whatever things you want to highlight. And definitely we appreciate that and be our honor and a pleasure. Yep. Definitely. So
you've just been Flavor Bomb, and now back to our show.
So yeah, y'all, we are smoking on the word collaborate this evening.
Hey.
And if you're just joining us, make sure to like and share this video, y'all. We really appreciate it when you hit that like button. It helps us get this content in front of beautiful people like yourself. So please hit that like button. Also, we got links in the description for merch and more. Okay? Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Tell somebody too. Tell somebody about us. You know? Even if you're talking shit, talk some shit to somebody about us. All right? Hate on us, but tell them. Make sure you talking about us. All right? We need all the hate and all the love we can get, because we're gonna be smiling while we doing it. All right? While we collaborate. So we've been smoking on the word collaborate tonight, and we've been answering our questions, and we are at our third question of the evening. Let us know in the comment section what you think of our first two questions. What do you think of when you hear the word collaborate? What challenges do people face when trying to collaborate, being bad or good? And our third question we're going to get to right now. What actions can effectively impact long-term benefits of a commitment to collaborate? What actions can effectively impact long-term benefits of a commitment to collaborate? The God, Ali Dawood El BK Soul Farm. What can we do? What kind of actions, God? What can we do to effectively impact getting it done?
We gotta accept reality, right? Like, and it's like real reality, like bare bones. We are dealing with other human beings that are irritable. They might wake up on the wrong side of the bed. They breath stink in the morning, right? Like we are dealing with regular people going through regular things. This person is not perfect. They don't have everything together. They will let you down, right? And you have to be okay with that. Them letting you down does not make them throwawayable. Like now they let you down one time, now you gotta throw them away. You got 99 instances of them being everything you want and need. You get one instance of them not being enough or them tripping or stubbing a toe, and now you want to throw them away. Like, we have to accept the person as they are, and what you say, like what we need them for, like why are we here? What is the goal? When I think about, when you brought those questions up earlier, when I was looking at that question, I wrote down the government. And it's interesting because we're on the rise of a government shutdown or whatever, and all those people collaborate, right? Their goal, like you said, the government's never going to shut down. They never stop getting paid, right?
That's
Like,
funny.
they got together and voted amongst themselves for themselves to make it so that they are unaffected by the decisions that they make for us, right? Whether we like that or not, you kind of need a government in order to govern this any nation. Like, you need a group of people, you need somebody, you need a system, you need a thought process, you need something that's checks and balanceable, right? Even if there is a lot of greasy wheels and a lot of underhanded shady deals going on and stuff like that, a lot of drug deals, the system is still something that you can look at and affect and change. And they work it out. Like, they play their Democrat Republican game. They point their fingers at each other, but they sit in the same room. They clock in into the same building. They badge into the same door, right? They say good morning to the same security guards, right? They walk past the same front desk. They go into the same coffee machine, getting the same donuts from the same place. Like, they are working together to effectively maintain what they got going on. So for me, right, like I'm saying, they accepted reality. They going to work every day, right? Their job is to keep the show going so that we can see them looking like they doing something, so we feel good and governed.
Good and governed. I feel good and governed. I feel good and governed.
You know, so-
Oh shit.
but the lesson that I take from them is the ability to accept, right? Accept reality. And and even if they we hear a lot in 2025 about the fall of the impending fall of America, the doom of America, and it's never gonna last. It was never meant to last. It was an experiment, blah 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 blah. And I'm saying, like, according to the history books, that's what they said when we first got independence, right? Like, when they first broke away, they was like it wasn't gonna last. But these people, right, like they focus on the goal, and the goal is to last. The goal is to last for as long as they possibly can, right? And from what I'm seeing, I don't see them letting loose no time soon. So, Dr. Mo said we good for another 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's only 24 months, dog. That should go like this. That should go like this. 24 months, man.
Right.
We just treading water and shit, man.
You
That
know,
ain't
you know,
woo.
to put it to make it more personal, right? Like, to put it on me and my relationship with my wife, right? Um, every day, she and I, independently together, we make a choice, right? To stay together, to continue to do life together, or not, right? Every day we make that choice, right? Like, we are two individual people. She's a woman, I'm a man, right? We think differently. She's short, I'm tall. Like, she's light skinned, I'm dark skinned. Like, we have different perspectives on the world. Like, we're coming from it from different angles. But that ain't the point. right? The point is what it is that we're trying to do, right, together,
Collaborate.
right? And we do that, right? We choose to do that the same way. That's what I'm saying. Like you see all the people in politics, like they can play those games. I hate you. I hate you. You did it. You did it. But they swipe it into the same door. They badge it into the same door. They in the same. They're in the same room, right? Like, and I think
And
it only looked like,
eventually they'll agree.
yeah, they have to, like,
Yeah.
if they
Eventually
if they
they
don't,
will
like, the country,
collaborate.
if they don't agree, the country go away.
Yeah.
Their jobs go away. Who's gonna, and you figure these people are the type of people that voted in for them to get raises every year, some shit like that. Like they vote, they
I
they
mean,
make
they already exempt
they,
from insider trading and shit
no,
like that. So
and they was the ones to exempt
yeah.
themselves, right? Like they was
Yeah, right. They made the laws to exempt themselves from insider trade. So it's
so
like,
so they're gonna make the laws that gonna let the country fall apart. Get out of
you're
here, man.
right.
They're not gonna give up what they got
You're right. Yeah,
because they can't agree to, come on.
yeah, yeah. They're not gonna give it up. They're not gonna get that power up.
Yeah, so we gotta
Nobody wants
accept.
to
We gotta
do
accept,
that.
accept reality, God.
Yeah, it's not a real reality at all. Um, and that's not how you properly collaborate because I heard I heard some remarks from a speech that Donald Trump gave at this I don't want to the American something institute,
Hmm.
and I didn't know that the founder of it was Dr. Ben Carson,
Mm.
um and his wife. I didn't know that they were, but he said he made a comment when he was thanking all of the people that pretty much that he's appointed and stuff like that, and the new Secretary of HUD of Housing and Urbanity Development. Well, not urban, but
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
urbanity, but
yeah, yeah,
not urbanity, but urban
yeah.
development. you know, um, he was like, "Yeah, I went to Ben and I asked him, and Ben was like, yeah, that's the best guy, you know." And I was like, "See, that's how that shit work. People still collaborating. So because he had the job before, you know, then now the president back in a position where he just like, well, I give it to you if you want it, because he said that. He said I told Ben I give it to. Ben was like, nah, I did that shit already. I want to do something else. He was like, well, who should I give it to? And he told him, okay, boom. So they were still collaborating. The same thing. Same thing, So if that was like his protege, his buddy or somebody, he might not he haven't been qualified. He just was somebody that he liked and was just like, hey, yeah, give it to him. He good. He'll want to do that shit.
He'll want
You
to do
know,
it.
give it to him. He'll want to do that. you know. Trust me. And all he gonna do is call Ben. I got this shit right here. What do I do? Oh, blah 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 blah. So it's still a collaborative effort. It's still just you tapping into your resources. So I don't think that they'll ever um go away from that model.
Yeah.
Whether it's so-called Democrats or Republicans, I'm like, it's all senators and
Yeah.
congressmen. Like,
Yeah. That's it.
and like once we start doing that, oh, you're senators, you're congressmen, you know, but you can't do that, because if you do that, then the trick won't work no more. The divisiveness won't work no more, because then you'll see that no, there's a collaboration. People have to work together in order for this shit to move. For the wheels to keep turning. Um, but what actions can effectively impact the long-term benefits of commitment to collaborate? Um, One thing is just trusting each other. You know, and I think that's the thing that, like we were just talking about just now, is it's like they don't show that on the surface. They don't show that they trust each other on the surface. But it's obviously that because these things continue to to work, even though they look dysfunctional, they still function. It's because there's a level of trust there.
Has to be, right?
Yeah, it has to. So, long term, it just has to be some trust. It has to be some vulnerability. It has to be some honesty, and it has to be some willing to receive criticism, critique, um, input. Like some people look at it, some people demonize the word criticism or critique. Well, it's input. Um, because if you are in a group, if you are in a collaborative effort with another person, like the guy was saying, like even just with your wife, like it's gonna be some things that your wife gonna tell you about yourself, and it's gonna be some things you're gonna tell your wife too. That's input, whether it's critique or not, whether it's looked at like, you got coworkers, you got teams, if you got a coach, the coach is telling you like, hey, you gotta step up, like, or this is a way that you can step up right here. That's still, even if they just throwing the onus on you to figure it out yourself, or actually giving you the input, the critique, the tools for you to be able to evaluate a list of something and say, okay, what do I lack? Where am I deficient? Where do I need to improve at? You got to be able to do that in all collaborative efforts. You can't work with people and think that you know every goddamn thing.
Because you don't.
Like it don't work like that. Also not getting too bigger than the program. Like I always say, that it's like the big I's and the little U's, or the big U's and the little I's. If it's us, then it's us. And that's always recognizing that, even if I don't like how some shit is said, I still need to be focused on the what's being said and why it's being said.
Like, why are you talking to me in the first place?
So that way I can. So if it's something I need to get, I can get it. And we can be better. We can, our collaborative effort can improve, and we can move forward, and try to be the best versions of ourselves, or get to that best point or place that we trying to get to. Because if it's only us that's gonna get there, if that's the team, if this all we got to work with, then there's no need in trying to go outside to find some shit that's gonna fuck it up.
Looking for some more, right?
Yeah, that's gonna distract you. That's a distraction. That's because that's not helping us build what we need to build, what our collaborative effort is. So I definitely think that, having trust, having integrity, being able to take criticism, being able to give criticism too, being able to be honest, to and having a desire to want to collaborate,
That's huge.
I think that those are the actions, that can effectively impact benefiting, a collaboration, a commitment to collaborate, because you committed, but you have to want to do that though. That's really like that first step. You gotta want to be there.
Yeah, God.
So let's see what Dr. Mo Lamb said over here in the chat. She's going crazy in the chat real quick. You see they slowed down, revoke all these funds. They stopped the madness once they realized it was hurting them more than anybody else. Yeah, they did. They're forcing it down a little bit. And then we got a workable plan. generate revenue for the group. Yep, a workable plan. Yep, what actions can effectively impact long-term benefits? A workable plan that can generate revenue for the group. That's true. Got to make some money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And challenges, skills, vision, resources, relationships. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, you all good. You all good, Doc. We catching up to you. We catching up to you. You know. Nah, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you in the
See,
chat right now. USDA drop a 7-day turnaround rural development cooperative grant. So I just wrote a plan for this. Okay.
tell
Okay.
you, man.
Yeah, I see what you got going on right there. Yeah, we gonna
Yeah.
link up. Link up.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed. They he said they forcing us to collaborate. Well, we should have been. You know, we shouldn't have needed force.
We should have needed force. We should have. They should have been trying to make us not collaborate
Yeah, you know, they should have been trying to burn down our Black Wall Street again.
again. Like,
You
yeah.
know, like that's what that's what I'm at. I'm like, it shouldn't even be no
Mm.
forcing. You know.
Yeah. You gotta have partners.
Yeah,
Yep.
no one organization. You must have partners now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
that's
she know.
cool.
Yeah, she know all that. She know all that funding stuff, all that grant stuff. Like, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Nah, that's what we on too though. So we got a lot of things though. It's coming together. Like I ain't even I'm loving where we at, and the future
Hell
does
yeah.
look promising. You know, say, and you better be making money. Like, hey,
Cause like,
that
what
is the
else are you
goal.
doing it for? It's like,
Okay, that's the code. No more soft
yeah.
skill trading, right? I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you, you seen how they collaborating with AI for driverless vehicles, driverless Uber vehicles of rideshare?
I seen the AI doing
Your mic, turn your mic on, guy.
it's not on.
Oh, hold on. Did I? Oh no, that's me. I lost it.
Oh,
I'm back.
now I saw a AI self-driving semi truck. I was like, man, that's crazy. Oh, you ain't hear me. Oh nah.
What they got?
Nah, saying I saw a self-driving semi truck. Um, that AI joint. I was like, that was crazy. You know, I saw the Ubers, I saw the taxis, I saw the little robots in the restaurants. But when I saw the semi truck, I'm like, man, that's your Amazon drivers, that's all your packages, that's everything.
Well, yeah. Well, now they got the Now they actually have they have the Uber cars. It's a ride share service. It's in Atlanta and in LA, and it's autonomous. It's by itself. It's no
Not a prototype, like it's actually out there running around by
nah.
itself.
You can actually go get the ride. You can pay, hop in, and everything. Yeah, and the whole thing is driverless.
Shit, that's
Yeah,
scary. Oh, scary, bro. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, they already have the stores and everything with no attendance. You know that's a thing that's being tested out and stuff like that. So
That's
you
crazy.
know,
Yeah, nah, I see them. I see that happen a lot. Um, Even on base, I see them doing that, where they getting rid of the actual cashiers themselves and bringing in all the self checkouts and
mhm,
right, do it yourself.
yeah, yeah, and airports too, Dr. Lamb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Airports too.
yeah, and airports too. They doing it's a couple airports where it's just pay by card. Swipe your card to go in, and then buy would give whatever you want. Check out, boom, use your card. You know, no attendant.
Wow.
So these things are coming, man. People got to be prepared, and that's why we saying, like, man, collaborate. Link up, man. Like, let's work on stuff. If we got to sit on here 10, 20 hours, 80 hours a week, chopping it up, doing shows, being creative, like, I'm with it. I got time. I'm with it.
Hey, come next year, May, I'll have time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got time, because the goal is to, put other things in motion too, so you can have, the time to be able to do these things.
Facts.
So that's all, But tonight we've been smoking on the word collaborate, y'all, and let us know what y'all think in the comment sections about these questions. We respond to all the questions. It may take us a day or two, but we always get to it. We always leave a comment with them too. We don't just thumbs up it or love it. We actually respond to your comment in the comment section. Go ahead and smash that like button. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. And remember, we are not the gurus. If you like something, pick up that cigar right there and light it up. If you don't, then just leave it in the ashtray for somebody else to come by and collaborate with us. Okay? And our final question of the evening with the God Ali Dawoodell at BK Soul Farm is the word collaborate bad, good, or misunderstood?
It's all good. I don't even think it's misunderstood. I think people that don't do it just don't want to. But it's a good word. It's all good. Yeah, that's easy for me. That's easy. I don't even think it's misunderstood. It's just
No doubt. Well, I agree with you guys, but I think that shit is misunderstood.
yeah. You think they misunderstand that shit, bro?
I think they do. I think they do. Because I think we would be seeing more collaborative efforts, Or maybe people just don't want to fuck with me, DBCHEFTV. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe that's not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. When you try to go out here and get people to work together and stuff, do you have a hard time?
I have a hard time.
So maybe it's just us. maybe nobody wants to see us win with us, with each other. I don't know, but I'm like, trust me. If when I crack, you crack. So I ain't even tripping.
Facts.
But yeah, God, it's one of them things where I think it is misunderstood because of that. I do think collaborate is a beautiful thing in the sense of the first version of the definition and one working together for intellectual endeavor, but I do think that it's misunderstood by the lack of input that we get from each other and the things that allow people to fall out of collaborative efforts that we said may be ego related, may not be. We gotta do that.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do ego. You see with Dr. Mo Rose, she said they think collaboration mean give something away. That's interesting.
Let's see that right there. They think collaboration mean give something away.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, so it might be misunderstood for real, right? Because see, I've been out the loop, right?
Your boys are genius. I tell you, the boys are genius. I tell you, my IQ is through the roof. I don't know what the numbers is, what they supposed to be, but
See, and that's where I'm at, right? Because what she said, it was difficult because I overestimated people's skill set, right? Like, and I look at people as I look at myself, right? Which could be a positive and a negative because I have high expectations of myself. I hold myself in high esteem and high regard. So when I look at you, I look at anybody else, I'm seeing you and then expecting your best as well, right? Like
She said they want 100% of everything.
they want
And
100% of everything. Man,
and
that's
you
the conversation.
and you know what? And that's so key right there because because this is what I get from people when you help them, you know, like you would help somebody do something, and then now it starts to work a little bit, and now they start to look, then now they start to be in a position where it's like, I don't need you no more. You know, because
Your friends
because
are now my friends. I don't need you no more.
because they don't want to, because they don't want to look at it, they don't want to acknowledge that you helped them,
Yeah,
you know.
specifically you.
Yeah, specifically you. They want to make it look like that they did all this on their own, because what they say, they want 100% of everything. They want the credit.
Yeah.
And if you're there when they get in their credit,
Oh
then
man.
they have to, then they feel like they have to give you something. Even if you tell a person like, and I'm one of them people that's like, look, if I'm helping you, I'm not no sucker. I'm not no person who gonna help you and then be mad to see you win. Okay?
I'm a whole 100% hoping you win.
I'm 100% champagning your campaign all the way to the finish line, you know?
100%.
So why would I help you if I wanted to destroy you, or I wanted to get there and be like, oh well, he ain't get, oh, the opposite of, oh, you helped me get here, but you ain't helped me get here. Oh, well, you wouldn't have got there if I wouldn't have helped you, right? Like, why even waste my time helping you? Because I'm not going out here just helping everybody, you
Nope.
know? And I could have just charged you. I could have just said, if you know what, if you want the information, then pay me.
Yep. You'd have said no, and we'd have went about our business.
And we'd have went about our business, you know? So I think that is a key point right there. And that's why I say that it's misunderstood, because you know, people be letting and that's what I be talking about, the ego, God. That's what I be thinking, that's ego, you know. That's why I be thinking, Dr. Mo said, I charge now. I know that's
Hell
right.
yeah.
I'm gonna start charging these haters too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. But that's what. No, you don't. You know, but definitely, that's why I was just like, I start to notice that, because you know, you put in that time, and then people start getting these egos, you know, and it's just like, and I don't know if it is ego or not, but I see these people getting these egos, and then it's like, the shit ain't even big yet, and you already acting like it's way larger than what the fuck it is. Like, give it a chance to get there first before you start to try to, oh, I don't need you, or before you start to think that you above this, or, you know, it's like, if you don't leave room for people, how you even build them with, like, when we first started this, guy, you look at from our first episode, the jitters, the bugs, even the graphics, our continuity and conversation.
Yeah.
If we would if we would have got to the fourth episode or fifth episode and been like, oh well, it ain't this many viewers, or it ain't this many people watching, or it ain't this many people that, would we be here?
Hell no.
So is it about the collaborative effort
That's
of,
it.
you know, and having something that we value, or is it about what everybody else think? Or when the white when somebody see, or somebody gonna see what we got, and they gonna drop a whole bag on us, and we gonna blow up, and we gonna be bigger than Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bigger than Shannon. Nah, I got like
it's
some of these
like,
shows be like
damn,
three.
dog.
Some of our shows are like 3 hours long, and it's just you and me building like on a word. So if that's not because we're interested and we're supporting our interest, then I don't know. Like we if 3 hour shows are just you and me, like that's valuable, like in itself, right? Like even if we don't have millions and trillions of views, like there's 3 hours of content of engaging conversation. Like we ain't got no dead air of, so what you gonna say now, Pearl? I don't know what you gonna say, Ali. Uh, I'm gonna say red. I'm gonna say green.
Right,
Like it ain't that.
right. And
We
it's
actually
not,
want to talk to each other.
and it's not the mundane, the norm of what everybody else can talk about. That's why I said, like, it's easy to put together. People want to compare stuff,
Yeah.
and that's what I hate, when people be starting to compare. Like, you want to compare apples to oranges. You know, yeah, it's a podcast, but if you talking about something that a million people talk about every day, all day, right? Then of course more people are going to be interested in that. Then somebody's talking about something that only a handful of people going to be talking about, because only a handful of people value this.
Correct.
This is something you can take and you can add on. This is something that'll nourish you. That's fast food. I ain't knocking it. Plenty of
Nah,
people eat
knocking it.
fast food, you know.
They
But
get
just
fat.
because, I ain't doing that, don't compare me to you, because we ain't in the same lane, you know. And that's where I be at it, where it's like we could still collaborate though too, because
Yeah.
you know. But what happens is what they think. They too big. they too
I got
big.
I got more subscribers than you.
Yeah, they too big.
I got more views than you.
You gotta pay me. You gotta pay me to help you. You know.
You know.
Yeah. So nah, we okay. We can keep our money, man. We gonna keep our money. You know. If we paying for it, then we gonna pay the algorithm. How about that one? We'll go that route. You know. But if
Mhm.
people want to collaborate, then we ain't got no problem with breaking bread, because that's what we do when we collaborate with each other. You know. They said we can conversate, but we cannot collaborate. Yeah,
Ain't that crazy?
yeah. That's what it be feeling like.
That's what we came up to in our solutions conversation, right? Everybody want to bump their gums, but don't want to actually do no work,
Hmm.
right? Like they want to talk, but don't want to work.
Yeah, it's really like that. Well, Dr. Mo Lamb, we got Garrett Murray, G Murray, you know, and everyone else who pulled up this evening. We want to thank everybody for pulling up and enjoying the show with us tonight. Make sure that you have a peaceful, positive, and productive start to your week. Um, we hope that you got something beneficial out this podcast tonight, y'all. And and make sure they still going off in the chat. They still going off in the chat, right? But yeah, y'all, we get ready to shut it down for the evening. And once again, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this, and subscribe to your channel and share this video, so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. We will see y'all next time right here on Cigar Sundays Live with myself, Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, and the God Ali Dawood L at BK Soul Funk. And we are the Cigarden Panel. Peace, God.
Peace, God.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksofarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
Fans in the Stands is gaining momentum thanks to our viewers. Our crew bring the facts with humor, keeping our viewers entertained and laughing. Join us each and every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Fans in the Stands on YouTube.
At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcasts. The Veteran Kettle. Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak Podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast. The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube.
Exchange insights Sundays at 8 p.m. East Coast time with the Cigarden Panel. Smoking on words like two big nerds. Hosted by DBCHEFTV and BK Soul Farm at Cigar Sundays on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so when they go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at www.dbcheftv.com.